You're like, fuck it, I'm done.
Well, awesome pod listeners. You just heard Gringo say, fuck it, I'm done. He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. He's staying. Raggedy Bitches, what's up? It's Johnny Taylor. It is the Awesome Pod. I'm here with Diana Prince. Diana, how are you?
I am super awesome, amazing. Thank you. How are you?
Super fantastic. Super awesome,
Yay.
amazing. My favorite way to be. I'm here with Gringo Fantastico, luchador. Some would say legendary, mostly himself. Gringo, how are you?
Fuck it, I'm done. No, I'm kidding.
Fuck it, I'm done.
No, doing well, man. I'm a little tired, but I'm good. Get really pumped to go see Fozzy tonight, so I'm excited about that.
Oh hell yeah, it's Fozzy night. Diana, you didn't see Collision.
Why are you ratting me out first thing? I feel like we have other business. First, we got what I thought was hacked, but we weren't hacked.
Yeah, that was weird.
I was at a con this weekend, so I wasn't really paying attention to my messages. And then yesterday I looked and like a bunch of people were saying people didn't think we were hacked. They thought that we just like started hating AEW. And I'm like, who are these people? Why do you guys hate AEW now? What's going on?
It clearly wasn't us. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
They
come
thought
on.
that we were gone and we let people on in our place. Like fucking I'm done, basically. Like,
Fuck it, I'm done.
like you guys run with this, we're over it.
Yeah. I read the copy and I was like, clearly a lunatic wrote this. I'm not trying to hate.
Nuts. If you guys saw it, like I honestly feel like we should contact. So basically what happened was, I think, the person that posts our pod, CCN. Is that their name?
CCN.
Jojo. He I think he got it mixed up. He posted someone else's pod on our feed who was less excited about AEW than us, apparently. And their description of it, that's all I could see because I was flying. And the Wi-Fi sucked, fuck you, American. Was like all these like Brokeback Mountain, fuck AEW up the ass kind of fucking comments in the description. Like, listen to our pod because this is what we're talking about. It's like fucking hell, man.
Yeah, that's
not us.
That's like a really unfortunate of all the podcasts to accidentally be swapped out.
I know.
That's
and
not
the
the one.
way it got posted looked believable. It looked like we're like, it said something like 6-man superstar tag team. Haha, I can't even say that without laughing or something.
Good God.
And it kind of looked like us for a minute. And people just thought, we have, rotating hosts sometimes and we can't make it. And they just thought we brought in 2 dudes. They're like, don't have these guys on ever again.
That's so weird. I hope nobody heard that and was like, fuck them, I'm never coming back.
That is what I'm wondering. So we'll put out a lovely statement saying, we don't believe it's like Brokeback Mountain.
We need a press release. We think it is sometimes like Brokeback Mountain, but in the best
but
way.
in a good way.
We can't quit you, AEW.
Exactly that.
One of my friends like text me. He's like, "Oh, that Brokeback, like, what's that?" Like, and I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. I'm like, "Brokeback, what are you saying?" And he's like, "Your pod this week," and I'm like, "What? What? I didn't do anything Brokeback. Like, what are you talking about?" And I went and looked, and I'm like, "What the fuck is all this?" So
I just didn't know what people were talking about. I thought they were crazy until I saw your text, Gringo, and then I literally thought, "Oh, we were hacked and shit," and we weren't, but we might as well have been.
Yeah, we weren't hacked.
It was like literally like an AEW hate crime. Like somebody's like, enough of these fuckers like loving AEW. We're gonna tell the truth.
Yeah, no shit.
Not good. Anywho, Collision happened. It was on Saturday.
Oh my God, I forgot we're only covering Collision. No wonder you called me out.
Yeah, we covered Dynamite in real time.
It seems like so long ago.
So we're
shit. I'm sorry. Do you guys want me to just go? I'm sorry.
No,
not at all. We're gonna cover Collision.
Then just tell me what happened in a non-Brokeback way, and I'll react. How's that?
Well, in the most non-Brokeback way possible, Collision happened in Atlantic City, New Jersey, at the Boardwalk Hall.
I'll be there in 2 weeks for some con. Whatever con's there.
I love Diana's schedule where it's like, I'm doing a con. I don't know what it's called. Another con. Don't know where it's called. Barely know where it is.
Well, to be fair, when you do so many, you just forget. You know what I mean?
I can only imagine. Here's the thing.
I'm sure it's like your comedy stuff. Like you're like, I'm not
trust
in Appleton. That's all I know.
Trust me. Sometimes I'll see a flyer for a show, and I'm like, totally forgot I was on that show.
I literally have to ask fans. They're like, oh, I can't wait to see you in blah blah. I'm like, so when is that, please? I need to put that in my calendar.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad at that. So I mean, I gotta apologize to all the bookers that I've double booked over the years. I've done it way more times than I'd like to admit.
Me as well.
So let's get into Collision. No Elton John this week, which I thought was odd. Did you notice that, Gringo?
Yeah, that was really weird.
No,
I didn't really think about it. Yeah, until you said that. But yeah,
no Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting. It just they kick off with like a cold open of. They didn't even do their Saturday night's main event type promos. It was just Adam Cole making his entrance. So
weird.
Maybe a little bit.
Here's my reaction. Oh my god, weird.
Oh my god, that's strange. Cole goes out there. He gets a big pop. So Adam Cole is over in New Jersey. Could be from.
That seems right. Let's be real.
It could be from NXT running so much stuff in that area that he's still hella over with that kind of crowd. But he did get a big pop. He was there to join commentary for the night. This is a kind of a reason for Adam Cole to be kind of involved without being on the show wrestling. They kind of talk about his big win over Daniel Garcia Dynasty, which seems like a year ago.
Oh my god, it does. We're still talking about that. Get over it, Adam Cole.
It was, I guess it was not that long ago, but it seems like a long time ago.
I was thinking because my next thing is the next pay per view. I'm like, man, I haven't been to AEW in like a year, and it was Dynasty. It was the last one I went to.
Okay, that is for you. That's
forever.
Been a while.
It has fucking con season.
So we do have the first match. It's Toni Storm taking on the brutally underrated Lady Frost. Toni gets the win here with a TCM chicken wing. That's Turner Classic Movies. Chicken wing. Lady Frost, she looked great. She hit that chiller driller off the top rope, which I thought was cool. Toni Storm kind of took control after that, hits her with a German suplex, a hip attack, and then locks in that chicken wing. But most notably was her post-match promo, which she kind of did a snow angel in the middle of the ring. She said, "I'm the whore you all adore, the slut you can't rebut, and the tramp is still the champ." Toni Storm comes for everybody. Hello.
You should
hello.
have me guess. I would have picked Lady Frost for sure.
Yeah. Who's going to win this one?
Lady Frost.
Toni Storm then took the mic and went outside. And
wow. In Atlantic City?
Yeah, it was basically calling out everybody.
Yeah,
she on the boardwalk?
Yeah, she was facing the ocean and the boardwalk, and she was waving. She and Luther were waving to people down below, and they're like waving back. They're like, "Who the hell is this?" Like waving back to her, just people randomly walking by.
Oh God, I have to watch that.
I would have been like, "What's up, girl?" This was cool. Good segment. Toni Storm's pretty much can't miss on the mic at this point.
Oh, for sure.
Remember when they didn't let her talk?
Yeah, what's up
like
with
when she first came back?
Yeah, it was like so. Well, when she debuted, she was just kind of this rocker chick, and it was man.
What a lame generic gimmick for her.
putting a mic in her hand was the best idea AEW ever had. Honestly.
I remember the very first time she came out in a robe. I think it was there live, and I was like, "Did she just like not have time to get dressed? What's going on?" How little did I know.
Yeah, just post that kind of Outcast era when she started kind of going crazy and then started wearing the robe, and here we are. Best gimmick in wrestling at the moment, in my opinion.
Agreed.
We get Moxley and Joe kind of doing this dueling backstage promo. Moxley says Joe's beyond reproach, much like Bryan Danielson, which just mentioning Bryan Danielson's name gets a huge pop in the arena. He warns Samoa Joe, "You better have your affairs in order. He's going to kill him, you guys."
Right.
Then Samoa Joe calls out Mox for having heart or balls, which I love that he said or. He's like, he has one of them. But
I think it's balls.
Just one.
He has balls because he has a kid, so his balls must be working. Samoa Joe vows to become world champ. Do you guys think Samoa Joe is going to get that belt back? They're making it seem like it.
Absolutely not.
I like Samoa Joe, but I don't want to see him with the belt again.
Agreed. And also, it seems maybe plausible, except for the timing.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Ospreay's belt to win, in my opinion. But
well, that's what I call that.
Anticlimactic. Like, we'd be happy with anybody but Moxley, but Samoa Joe would be just like, yay, okay. Like that,
Right.
Well, that cage, there's going to be a lot of fuckery, and there's going to be a lot of Death Rider interference, even though it's in a cage.
Fucking Wheeler, just stay the fuck out.
But like back in September, when this first happened, when Moxley first got that belt, I think was it August or September? It was late August, right? That he got it.
Oh my God, it's been so long.
Yeah. Well, I told you back then, he's not dropping that until All In.
And I told you there's no way. There's no way.
You were right, Gringo.
We don't know that. We have Samoa Joe match coming up, maybe.
Well, I
gotta give a shout out to Tony Khan for not putting a microphone in Wheeler Yuta's hand in like 5 months.
Aw, well, he takes his lessons.
We haven't heard him talk, and I think they were like, Johnny's right. just let him wrestle. This next match we have is a $100,000 four-way, which they're doing this thing where they're like, we're going to put money on the line. And it's such a generic way to set stakes, in my opinion. It's like, we get it. These guys are all fighting for no good reason.
Money.
Let's just have them do it for money. So we have Roosh with Sammy Guevara, which
he exists. I forgot.
Good to see Sammy back out there. Dustin Rhodes was in tow because they're the Ring of Honor tag team champions. I don't know if you guys remember.
Still.
AR Fox and Kevin Knight. And
God, Kevin Knight, calm down.
Exactly.
I see it everywhere.
He's working a lot.
He is. Fuck,
he must be on a per appearance deal. And he's like, I need to make rent. This is as chaotic as you'd imagine it would be with these four guys. Real spot heavy. Pretty like a lot of action. I don't know if they told a story, but it was action packed.
They told the story of money.
Yeah, get that money. Sammy hits a shooting star press. And then he finally finishes AR Fox with the GTH. And Sammy Guevara wins that $100,000. And then he points to Adam Cole, who's a commentary, and he's like, I want that TNT title.
Oh, God, no. I don't want that.
Yeah.
I used to love Sammy, but I'm kind of over it,
Sammy's here's the thing about Sammy. Fun to watch in the ring. There's just something inherently unlikable about him.
He's got one of the most punchable faces on television.
He does. He looks like he's such a jerk.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I used to defend him all the time because people would say that, and I didn't see it. You got to be a little cocky in wrestling, whatever. I feel like he has bought into his own hype now. When he had hype, I guess he does a little bit, having a belt and all. But I just don't. I think his cockiness is unearned.
Yeah,
he should be a bit more humble. He was nothing. You know what I mean? Like, we made him a star. and you should appreciate that instead of just being like, I'm fucking Sammy Guevara. I've got a fucking blog.
Well, yeah, I met him a couple of years ago, and he was really, really nice and humble and just
that
super
was years
chill.
ago, sweetie.
It was like 2 years ago.
I feel like shit's gone down. There's a reason. I ain't even gonna say it.
Fair
Plus,
enough.
meeting somebody for a second is not the same as knowing them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Sammy.
I seem super nice when you meet me, and trust me, I am a raging bitch.
Can confirm.
Damn, dude, that's cold as fuck.
I'm kidding. Diana's the best.
Fuck you, Johnny. I'm done.
Just don't get on her bad side.
That is fair.
You know what's never on my bad side? Prize Picks. I got to tell you, NBA playoff action is heating up something fierce. A lot of great action going on. I don't want to brag, but I had a big win on Prize Picks about a week ago. $20 turned into 192.
Shut up.
Yeah, it's not bad. Bills mostly. I'm working.
Winnipeg. Did you guys watch the Winnipeg game? That was crazy. Anyway, continue.
I did not. I'd missed that one.
It was great. Continue.
Well, who won? Was it the Winnipeg Jets?
But they were way down in the first. Everybody had given up on them. But at the end, in like the last 2 minutes, they scored the fucking. Oh, I can't even. But and like 3 seconds left, they tied it. 3 seconds, and then it went into double overtime, and then they won.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
Prize Picks would have been blowing the fuck up.
I know Prize Picks. I have yet to delve into hockey on Prize Picks, but you can.
I'm gonna do some Winnipeg betting.
There are options on there. I lucked out. Fred Van Vliet went crazy in a game. Buddy Hield went crazy in a game, and next thing you know, I'm a winner, baby. Best thing about it though is Prize Picks has that injury insurance policy. So if one of your players gets injured, you're not taken out of the game. It just kind of reduces the odds for you. But the best part, just download the app, put in our code CCN, and you'll get $50 in credit as long as you deposit $5 and play that $5. You don't even have to win; you just have to play. Prize Picks is the most fun way to kind of get in on the action. Add some stakes. It's like Tony Khan, adding some stakes with some money. But play responsibly. Prize Picks, as always, run your game. We got Megan Bain taking on Harley Cameron.
Oh, wow. I got to see that. Did you guys see Harley's promo leading into it?
Yeah, Harley is.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, she knows she's such a fun character, but when she plays it serious, it seems like it means more because she is such a fun character. Harley's going to be a huge star.
Anna Jay and I went to Coachella together, and when you were standing in a dusty desert watching Yo Gabba Gabba with a woman, things change.
Yeah, Harley and Anna, I like them as kind of like friends. It works, and I think it's going to give Anna Jay a little bit of a rub because Harley's so over at this point.
Agreed.
Harley got in a lot of offense in this match. But Megan Bain was, she's a big gal. And
I saw someone say that Harley and Anna Jay should go against Megan. That would be good.
Yeah.
I wanted to say Megasis, sorry.
Megasis.
Yeah. The Bain gets the win, not surprisingly, without Fate's Descent. Then Megan Bain goes to hit her second finisher, and boy, that second finisher did not look great.
No.
Anna Jay runs in. She has a 2x4. It has
whoa.
Yeah, I tell you what, she hits her with it pretty stiff, but Megan Bain no-sells it. Just looked like a complete
no way, no-sell? Fuck off. That's crazy.
The crowd... at the botched second finisher, the crowd starts chanting, "You fucked up." Megan Bain shrugs it off. She's like, "I didn't fuck up. I meant to do that." But Megan Bain and Penelope Ford kind of go up the ramp, and Anna Jay and Harley are like, "No, bitch. Next time, I'm gonna have a gun."
What did they?
No, they didn't.
Oh, okay.
But they might.
They might got a little dark, man.
They might need it because boy, Megan Bain, 2x4s don't work on her. No effect. Gringo, what'd you think of this one?
It was good, and it was really enjoyable to watch Harley because there was some really good like near falls, and like when you thought that it was over, Harley kicks out, and I couldn't believe it. I knew she was probably going to go for that, like the whatever the hell her finisher's called now.
Fate's Descent.
It used to be called Fate 5. But yeah, like there was one point where I was like, okay, it's over, and Harley kicked out, and I was like, holy shit! And so did the crowd. The crowd like went popped for it when she came out of it because it was nasty. I mean, it was like safe, but it was a nasty like move to see get put on Harley. So I was into it. I thought it was a lot of fun. Here's the fun thing about Megan Bayne and all this. So have you guys? I don't know if you guys followed as much as I do, but WWE had a fuck ton of releases this week.
Yeah, I saw.
And guess who's on that list? And guess who Tony should be picking up? Because I think it would be a good challenge for Megan Bayne. It's Shayna Baszler.
Yeah. I would not be surprised to see Shayna in AEW.
Yeah, that was the first thing that popped in my head when I saw Megan on this match. I'm like, after the match, I was like, damn, Shayna Baszler kick her ass.
Just don't go ahead. Just don't bring Braun Strowman in.
No,
really? Why?
He bugs me, and he's like, for being such a big dominant dude, like he is like ambient.
Yeah,
like, such a boring. Like his persona's boring, his moveset's boring.
But if you take Ambien to stay awake, then it's really fun. So
yeah, if you like, sometimes I'll take sleep gummies just to try to fight them off. It's a fun 2 hours.
It's fucking exactly. I just feel like we have enough people. You know what I mean? Like
they do.
We don't need to keep adding. We need to bring out the people that are on the roster not used enough.
I agree, and it's hard to like somebody when they show up for a week and then you don't see them for a month.
Exactly, like that. That's why I'm not. I wouldn't be sad if they didn't pick up anyone. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. I always get that like really excited thing where like I would love to see the mix up because you've never seen certain people have matches together before. So there's like part of me that the kid part of me that still loves wrestling is like, oh man, I would love to see this. This would be so cool. And now it's
wait. The kid part of you that still loves wrestling, the adult part of you hates it.
No, I love wrestling.
Did you do the Brokeback Mountain thing?
I did not. But
why did you do that, Gringo?
I was involved in the business, right? And when you get involved in the business, you get a little diluted, you know what I mean? A little jaded from the business itself. So
I feel like that about porn. Honestly.
I feel like that about comedy.
That's funny.
True.
So, but like, there's still that part of me that loves wrestling, and the kid part of me that loves it. And, you know, makes me feel like when I watch a match, I feel like I'm like an 8-year-old watching Hogan and Andre, you know what I mean? And so when something like this happens and I see, oh, there's a cool mix up, this could be a possibility, I actually feel like that again. And I love that. AEW does that a lot more for me than WWE does now, which is great.
Well, that's why I love it because I did get jaded on WWE. It's like all the behind the scenes stuff, all their fucking stunt bullshit. I was just like, I was over it. And every once in a while I tune in, I go to live shows here, and you know, it'd be fine. But that's why I love AEW so much, is that they did like remind me why I used to love it. So
exactly.
They're not like Brokeback at all.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Brokeback was
whatever
great
you're
movie.
into, man. Hangman Page, you know, cowboy shit. That's what he's always been talking about. We just didn't realize it.
Yeah, that is real. The real cowboy shit.
So Hangman's gonna come down to the ring in a Jake Gyllenhaal shirt next week.
Yeah, he is.
Just because of our pod mix up.
Mm-hmm.
Just a shout out.
We get Moxley cuts a live promo. He comes through the crowd.
Yay!
He challenges Smojo again. He's like, "We've been in a firefight this whole time." Crowd is going like crowd's basically hijacking the segment with Joe chants. Just a lot of Joe.
It's super fun to say that though.
It is. Why is it so fun to say Joe?
I don't know. Or Joe is gonna kill you. I'll also take that.
Yeah, this is basic Moxley shit, if I'm being honest. Not a whole lot to cover here, unless Gringo, you had something.
It wasn't very long. I think that was the best part of it. It didn't last very long. So.
Yeah,
Renee does that a lot.
Oh dang, dude. You got a small dick, bruh.
Ow.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, okay. He's a small dick that doesn't last long.
There you go.
We have there you
on.
go. We don't know how big his dick is or not.
Exactly. He does wear tight pants. I'm just saying.
he could have a huge hog under there.
He's a grower, not a shower.
That's what I've heard, but we do have a vignette with the Outrunners cutting a promo challenging Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero. I love this. The Outrunners say some are scared to death and some are scared to live.
Ooh,
dude,
I'm gonna get that tattooed.
Yeah, dude, they've been reading Kierkegaard. This is fine. Fun to see fun to see the Outrunners out there. I don't know that anybody gives a fuck about the Outrunners versus Trent and Rocky, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, maybe it'll be a match of the year. Who knows?
We know it's not. Let's be real.
Hey, I'm trying to suspend disbelief. Damn it!
Trend alert! We got Josh Alexander taking on Brody King. I got to tell you, Josh Alexander comes out there to stunned silence. No one gave a fuck.
Aww.
I'm like, this guy's a former TNA world champion. Show this man some goddamn respect. He earned it. He earned some respect because this was a brutal physical match. That Gonzo bomb that Brody hit on Josh Alexander looked like a death sentence.
Oh man.
I'm like, oh my God, he killed him. But he can't get the pin because time expires.
That's bullshit.
It's a 15-minute draw.
Boo.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm like, why is this a trend? Why are we doing draws on TV all the time? Let's not do this.
Did the crowd chant 5 more minutes?
Yeah, I think they chanted something.
They just seem bummed.
Yeah, they're doing they didn't even do draws like this that much in the territory days.
Yeah, they're doing it like every week. There's a draw. Like TK, come on, bro.
Yeah, and then I was pissed because this match was so fucking fun.
Yeah, really good match. After the match, Brody tries to attack Josh Alexander, but Josh Alexander targets his ankle, and Brody's like, "My ankle hurts."
That's slightly uncomfortable.
Yeah, he was selling this ankle thing. Good match, shitty finish. Max Caster has an open challenge.
What, still?
Yeah, he's still doing this. And Daniel Garcia beats him via pinfall in 1 minute.
We need to stop this shit.
Yeah, I don't know that Max Caster is going to be able to recover from this.
No, I don't.
He's become such a joke. We can't take him seriously anymore.
Can't lose 10 matches in less than a minute. Like, I got the irony of it, him being like, I'm the best, and then getting beat a few times.
Yeah, we get it.
But man, he's not that bad. He can beat somebody. Oh, and like,
I don't think he's won any of these, right?
No, he's not. And I thought it was going to end after Anthony Bowens.
I did too.
Kind of beat him on the pay-per-view, but we're still going. And I don't know if there's like, what's the end game on this? I don't know. I thought the Anthony Bowens thing would be the end game.
Exactly. What are we doing, man? That's so weird.
So here's the thing, and this is the way it might work, is you keep having him do this, maybe for a little bit longer, and then you have the one time where someone comes out and it's like, oh God, this guy's gonna fucking, and then you have Max Caster win, and that's how it's gonna go over.
And do we give a shit though? Like, who could he beat that we're like, yay, we love Max Caster again and take him seriously? No one. Not anyone.
Moxley for the belt.
Dude.
Okay. If that happens, maybe, but it ain't happening.
I would find it very funny if it was like Claudio or someone like that who came out and like just to come out and whoop his ass, and Caster goes over. I would pop. I would pop for that
as well for that.
Yeah. Well, of course we're gonna pop for Claudio taking an L. He would be the perfect choice, actually.
I know. Yes. You actually did come up with a scenario that works.
Yeah.
Tony, I hope you're listening.
Tony,
we know you are. Post-match, Daniel Garcia is like, FTR, I'm going to talk to you after your match. So now there's all this additional pressure with FTR. They're like, oh God, he's going to tell us something. What's it going to be? Does it have anything to do with Brokeback Mountain? Backstage, Anthony Bowens is still calling himself the 5-tool player. He's really trying to get that over.
You could stop. We're not saying that.
Yeah, Lee Johnson interrupts and he says, "I'm 150% better than Bowens." That's so much better. Challenge
that's
laid
actually
out.
not possible.
Can't do it. Can't do it. He does not know how math works.
Bad at math.
Bad at math. But the challenge is laid down. Lee Johnson versus Anthony Bowens. It's going to happen at some point. Dynamite? Did they say that, Gringo?
I don't remember because I didn't give two shits about this at all.
No,
oh,
no
wow.
one cared.
Yeah, it was dumb.
We have Gates of Agony taking on Ray Jazz and Goldie.
What? tell me, how's it go?
Yeah, this is Ray Jazz and Goldie sound like friends of the Bernstein Bears. Oh my God, Goldie and Ray Jazz are here. As you might imagine, there's a double crucifix powerbomb that ends Ray Jazz and Goldie.
No.
Gates of Agony win 2 minutes. At one point, Leona sends Goldie over the top rope, and it looked hilarious because he flies about 6 feet over the top rope.
Oh my God.
It was great.
Yeah, very, very. It looked like just a small toy being tossed by a toddler. Afterwards, though, Big Bill and Brian Keith are back in the parking lot area, and they're like, "We don't come to you, you come to us." And then Brian Keith's like, "Yeah, come to us." And then they did. They did, and this pretty gnarly brawl in the parking lot between the Gates of Agony and Big Bill and Brian Keith. Brian Keith gets like completely sandwiched against a diesel truck, which I thought was fun. So apparently they're gonna have a little tete-a-tete at some point. It was wild, pretty wild scene. I actually liked this segment. It was fun. Now I don't care that much about Gates of Agony, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, but
I do like Brian Keith and Big Bill, and just having them kind of involved felt good. Gringo, do you have thoughts on this?
I thought it was good. It was fun. It was entertaining. It was a different way to see Big Bill and Brian Keith because you don't usually see them doing matches and like little segments and stuff like this. It was good. It wasn't like the Nasty Boys versus Cactus Jack and Max Payne good, but it was fun.
Wow, that's a deep WCW cut.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I enjoy it. I haven't thought about Max Payne in a while, so thank you for that nostalgia trip.
You're welcome.
The main event, Diana. Let's talk about it.
All right.
It was FTR taking on the Paragon. A 2 out of 3 falls match. I got to tell you, I hate the Paragon's merch.
It's dumb looking.
It's blue and yellow, and it's just it doesn't fit the vibe at all. I don't like the name either. Like this, they got it, man. Figure that out. Yeah, they can't change it again.
No,
they are the Paragon.
The Undisputed Kingdom was working.
Yeah, it works better than this.
Yeah.
So this is a 2 out of 3 falls match. Kyle O'Reilly gets the first fall on Dax. Dax taps to an ankle lock, and what seemed like way too quick. Like he starts he barely twisted it, and he's like, "Ow!"
I too don't enjoy ankle pain.
Yeah, fall 2 is FTR pinning Kyle O'Reilly with a shatter machine, and that shatter machine looked great. Kyle O'Reilly knew how to take that.
Dude, that first, that was a freaking crazy.
Really good. That was the best one I've seen in a minute.
Yeah.
Fall 3, FTR wins again. After the refs restart the match due to a foot being on the rope. So a little dusty finish there where one thing was happening and then they're like, never mind, Paragon, you didn't win. FTR, now you win. The finish was confusing, but it's over. The weirdest part about it was that when the Paragon won, the bell rung and I was like, oh, it's over. Wow, Paragon gets the win. But then they restart the match. So I think the crowd was kind of confused too. FTR wins 2-1. Gringo, we're going to talk about the closing angle here, but what do you think of the match?
The match itself, I was entertained all the way through. I thought all four guys fucking brought it. I love FTR in this role. It's really something that they needed to do. And during the middle of this match, I just like the heel tactics that they're using. It's just good.
Yeah, and Stokely kind of works as their manager, I think.
Yeah, I didn't like that at first because I was like, the FTR doesn't really need him. But yeah, I can see it now.
He's kind of like a weird distraction. I always loved Stokely. I just didn't think it was like a natural fit. But, if you looked at the social media of the after Collision, FTR and Stokely kind of cut this promo. And I was like, oh, this actually does make sense.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I always didn't love about FTR is that they seem so serious. So I like them having Stokely to balance that out.
Yeah, I do think it does help. The closing angle, though, is Daniel Garcia. He's like, I'm going to talk to you about Brokeback Mountain. He comes down. He has a crowbar with him. And he's like, I want to beat you with a crowbar, but I love you. So I'll beat the answers out of you next week. I'm like, why? I never, ever have wanted to beat somebody I love with a crowbar.
I cannot agree with that one.
I disagree respectfully. So Daniel Garcia loves them, but he's mad at them. And FTR, they didn't show it on the broadcast, but I would say go watch the FTR promo after the show on social media, because at one point Dax is like, we've been putting everybody ahead of FTR the whole time. We put Copeland ahead of us. We put, Daniel Garcia ahead of us. We even put the guy we can't even mention his name on air. I was like, damn, a very subtle CM Punk reference.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, huh?
Yeah. So they're on a collision course. I said collision.
Nice.
The outro music plays, so the show is over. So we got to rate it on something. It's got to be Brokeback Mountains.
Yeah, Brokebacks.
How many Brokebacks are we gonna go? I don't think more ankle pain, but I imagine somebody's back was hurting after this.
Yeah, probably.
Diana,
I'm giving it 5 stars. It was so great. I mean,
5 stars, 5 broken backs. Diana didn't watch the episode, but based on our excellent recap,
the way you described it, it sounds excellent.
5 broke backs. Gringo, what about you?
I'm gonna give it a 3. It was kind of it was all right. It was 3.
It was an episode.
Yeah,
we definitely had an episode.
If I'm being sincere, what you guys described sounded about 3.5, 3.75 for me.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
fair.
gonna go with a 3.5. Brokeback Mountains. It was Collision. It wasn't bad, but it was, it definitely gave B show vibes for sure. But for a B show, for a B show, it wasn't bad.
I have a rhetorical question for all you raggedy bitches out there. Do you like smelling like rancid bunghole, or worse, a typical Wheeler Yuta interfering Death Riders match? I bet you don't. But if you do, then you have more problems than most. And if that's the case, I implore you to use Mando for reasons. First off, don't be like Pigpen and Peanuts, because I bet that guy smells like ass. Second, if you're at an event, say like AEW Collision or Dynamite, don't be the guy that we have to sit next to that gags a maggot and makes the rest of us have to use eye drops in our eyes because you reek something fierce and make them burn like hell, because that happens. Just use Mando. I do. Johnny does. Darcy apparently sprays it in her house like air fresheners like last week. They have some nice choices, though, to help you get rid of your Terry Funk. Personally, my go-to is bourbon leather. And it's great, though, because Mando can last up to 72 hours. So if you're out on a bender and pass out at a friend's house, then have to go to work the next day but don't get a chance to shower, which is kind of gross, You still have Mando on you, which will help. Still freaking shower if you can, but Mando will help. So here's the LD on it, right? Mando has a starter pack, and it's perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like a mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. That's huge. And they have a special offer for all you raggedy bitches. New customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code AEW. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack. Again, use AEW at shopmando.com. That's SHOPMANDO.com. Shopmando.com. Please support the awesome pod and tell them that we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando.
I guess we should give awards now, Diana. I don't know.
I can say them.
Yeah, just guess.
Yeah. Okay. So, you know what? I know who my John Holmes biggest dick of the week is. The people that took over our pod.
Yes, easily.
You guys are assholes. Holy shit.
Yeah,
But that's their brand or whatever, but that's not us.
That's not us. Maybe they're down some listeners and they really needed, maybe they needed the awesome pod bump.
Well, that's very dickish of you, other people.
They're trying to get the awesome pod rub. But yeah, the people that
Tony tuned in and was like, what? I thought you guys loved me.
He's like, oh God, now we got to do more Brokeback Mountain stuff. That's what the awesome pod
He's excited about that.
Yeah, he loves it. Gringo,
okay, so who is actually the dick of the week?
I am going with the people.
Yeah, that was who I was going to say. That's what I was going to say.
We can't name on the air.
well, not only that, but they're just downright brutal to AEW for no fucking reason.
Yeah, just hateful to be hateful.
Well, okay, we've been accused of being marks. What? But we're just positive. You know what I mean? Like, why shit on things just to shit on it? That's just not my point of view. So for that to take over our pod is just like, no, man, don't do that. It's the opposite of us.
Yeah, and that just happened again the other day. Someone reached out to me and they were just like, you guys need to be more critical. You're too much of acting like you're friends with all of them. I'm like, dude.
It's just real, man. Like they go out and they put their bodies on the line week after week and a show fucking happens. Do you know how hard that is to do? So I come from that point of view, and we do kind of know these people. You watch every week, you do get to know them. You know their behind the scenes shit, and it's like, of course that clouds it a little bit, but the actual product is fun. I never don't have fun, even on the worst episode. I never regret that I watched it. So why am I going to shit on it? You know?
Exactly. And it's and I think we rake shit across the coals when it needs to be.
Yeah. Once in a while, you gotta say, dude, that sucked.
Yeah. And we do. So,
Yeah. I do not think, I don't think we're overly positive.
I think we are honest.
We tell like it is.
I think it's super trendy to be dicks for dick's sake. Other pod. Anyway, who is our Dewey Riley hero of the week? Dewey Riley coming up soon on the Jericho pod. Yay!
Cool.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm going to go with Toni Storm.
Yes, sounds like it.
I thought her opening match and promo was by far the thing I will remember the most. Her going out there and into the street, kind of, and
this is what I number one have to go back and watch. So
the balcony
my hero
area.
It sounds so cool because I can picture to have been in Atlantic City so fucking much. I want to see this.
Yep, she hit every single beat, and I don't know, it was awesome. So
she's awesome.
Yeah, it's worth.
And Luther too. I love this for him. He was kind of just disappearing, and people were like, "Why is he even here?" Well, this is why.
Exactly.
Do you agree, Gringo?
I do like the Tony. I have to give to somebody on Twitter actually.
Okay.
Hero.
Okay.
So it was the person that actually reached out to me on Twitter and told me about the pod being screwed up, and it's a person named Kikoa Miles. That's their name on Twitter.
Thank you.
So hero of the week for letting me know about the Brokeback shit.
You know what? That is fair. I had a few people, like I said, it took me 3 days to see it, but I had people being like, what is this? So thank you guys. Anybody that listened and reached out and knew that wasn't us, that we wouldn't go that route.
Right.
I appreciate it. And the people that thought we did put them in our place, what were you thinking?
Yeah, we would never.
Yeah.
Never.
We wouldn't do that. Hell no.
Okay, so here's our Freddy versus Jason match, our showdown of the week.
So this is kind of tough because even my initial gut
because they were all so good
is to go with Brody and Josh Alexander, but I hated the finish so much. But the main event was also pretty good, but it wasn't that great. So I'm actually going to go with Josh Alexander taking on Brody King, even though I thought the finish was cheeks.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Is there a world where it would be Harley Cameron Megasis? Because that sounds interesting.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was great, but it was a little short. And, you know, I don't think it was.
What about Toni Storm, Lady Frost?
No, I will say this about that match. Lady Frost looked like $1 million fucking bucks. And I
always does. Dude, she gets no respect, man.
The shit she was doing in this match, she was doing fucking cartwheels on the barricade. And
she's amazing. I don't get why they don't push her like for real. She always just comes out to lose. Always.
So yeah, props to her, because man, holy crap, I enjoyed the shit out of that.
Okay, I'm gonna go with that then. But remember, I haven't watched it. But I love both of them, and I'm excited to see it. So I'm going with that one for my.
Fair enough.
Fair.
I'm also going with Josh Alexander and Brody King, because aside from the fact that the ending was the drizzling shits, it was really fun. Like, those two guys were beating the holy piss out of each other, and I was enthralled in the match, and I like it when things pull me in that much. So that's mine.
Well, Josh Alexander needs to, prove himself here. So it sounds like he's doing that. And that's good.
Well, Brody King, man, that guy, he should be main event. I'm sorry. He should be in world title picture. He's that. Every time I watch him, I'm just like, I fucking love this guy. I want to see him main event fucking pay-per-views. So, my opinion.
Word up.
Dead silence.
Yeah, I was like, where are the fucking crickets?
No, I mean, I think we need to let that breathe for a second.
Let's all take that in.
You guys, that's it.
Very nice.
That was a great episode that I definitely watched and loved.
That's the end of the awesome pod. You guys, promote yourself. Plug your shit.
Go ahead, Diana.
Okay. Let's see. Our Walpurgisnacht episode aired oh my god, it was just Friday. On Friday. And so watch that. It's our witch episode. Fun fact, they centered my outfit because apparently my boobs popped out a little bit. Whatevs. I know, so saucy. This weekend
no one's ever seen your boobs, Diana.
We're on a show that shows like the craziest. We show boobs, we show blood, we show everything, but dare a nipple pop out and they freak the fuck out. You don't even know. They have people watching me constantly with like running over with tape to tape me in and stuff. They have like a person there just for nipple watch, but they fucking screwed up in Walpurgisnacht. Anyway, Knoxville. I'm in Knoxville this weekend for FrankenCon. When I did remember, next week I will be in Atlantic City and I will recreate the Toni Storm promo. This I vow. And then the week after that, I'm in Raleigh, and then I'm going to the pay-per-view. And that's May. We'll figure out June later.
God damn, that's busy.
She's busy, y'all.
I like to stay a little busy.
I guess.
Gringo, what about you?
This weekend, tonight I'll be at Fozzy, so that'll be fun in Fort Wayne.
Yeah, what's your favorite Fozzy song?
I'm partial to Judas just because. I mean,
it's hard not to be.
It's a banger.
I remember when his first album came out. I actually met him. It was like 2007 or something, and I met him and had him sign that CD. I still have that. I might take it with me and have him sign it again.
Oh my god, take it.
Yeah, because I'll be like, remember this, and he'll be like, no.
But he'll appreciate that you had it. I love that. I've seen Fozzy twice this tour, and I'm trying to work out another one. But anyway,
that's cool. But yeah, so and I got VIP, so I'm hoping that maybe I like, hey, it's Gringo, you know, and be like, hey, he'll be like, oh, yeah, that guy. But all this weekend I'll be in London, Ontario, in an unofficial capacity at Shockstock, the con there. I'll be hanging around the Troma table a little bit. So you want to pop in and see me there, I'll be around. And then I have a lot of projects coming up. But season 4, man, Johnny Taylor's coming on the show. That's gonna be rad.
How'd you get him? Oh my
I know,
God.
right? I had to twist some arms for that one.
Yeah, I was like, cornfield in Indiana, sign me up. that beats Appleton every day of the week.
That's hilarious. And then like we have Michelle Bauer and Brink Stevens and Linnea Quigley coming on as well, and like it's gonna be huge, dude. So that's what I got.
That's awesome.
What do you got, Johnny?
Oh, you guys, next week, May 12th. No, it's not. That's not even fucking real. May 13th, I will be in Mill Valley, California at the Throckmorton Theater, the historic Throckmorton. May 15th, that's a Thursday, I will be opening the show for Mick Foley's 25 years of Hell in the Cell. Is it 25? Nice. Yes.
Yeah, it has to be
25 years.
Yeah,
so we're there, me and Mick. Mick will be telling some stories. I'll be doing some stand-up. May 16th, that's Friday, I'll be with Chris Porter, 2 shows at the Sacramento Punchline. And then May 17th, that's Saturday, I will be headlining the Green Room in Placerville, California. Come out and see me.
Damn, you busy too.
We busy. So all right, you guys. That was it. The end of the show.
Wait, before we get into it, I want to say that people have started coming up to me at cons and saying Namaste AEW. And that makes me happier than anything. It's like, oh my God, no way. Hi.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
You get extra hugs if you say Namaste AEW to me.
More than anything, it means they're listening to the very end.
Honestly, exactly.
That makes me happy. All right. Well, I guess we should say that then. I'll start. Namaste AEW.
Namaste AEW.
Namaste AEW.